What's up, guys? It's your boy May Boom, and I am back for another video. Scream 7 is looking really interesting. So I just want to go through everything that led up to Scream 7 being announced and what we're going to get for Scream 7, because it's a long story. We got a lot of stuff to go to. I've just watched all the Scream movies probably last year, and I enjoyed them. It was a fun binge. I watched 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was good. 3 was good. 2 was good. 1 was good. First thing I'll say is, I hate how Scream fans, one thing that they do that they don't admit to, the Scream 5 ghost face review. I don't know why they act like Scream review face reveals now are so bad. Yo, the people that they had be Scream in those other movies, the Billy one was iconic. That one's great. I like Billy's mom being the killer too in the second movie, but the serial killer guy that's in the second killer in the Scream 2, I was like, yo, who is this guy? I really didn't know who he was. I was like, oh, that's the guy that was with them in class and stuff. I was like, that's terrible. And then the Scream 3 one, it's like, who is this guy again? And then the fourth one was better because at least I knew the girl. Like, she was built up as Sydney's like family member, so I knew who she was. But the Scream 2 and 3 reviews, not Billy Loomis's mom, but the guy that was with Billy Loomis's mom, was not a good review. I'm sorry. And I prefer the Scream 5 and Scream 6 reveals better than 2 and 3, besides Billy Loomis's mom. But let's get into the video. Went off topic, but Scream 7 looks interesting. To start it off, I want to talk about Neve Campbell. Neve Campbell was the lead of the Scream movies from Scream 1 to Scream 4. I would say she ain't really the lead of Scream 5. That's the newer characters, but Neve Campbell was the face of Scream for the first 4 movies. She did her thing. She's a GOAT. She was amazing in those movies. She's a great lead in the movie. I know they call them final girls or something. It's like the girls that survive against the killers and stuff in the movies, but it's just a lead to me. She's a lead, and I'm not that deep into the Scream franchise to be calling her like a final girl, or horror movies in general to call her like the final girl. But shout out Neve Campbell, shout out Sydney. She's amazing. It's great movies, man. She carries the movie. So hearing before Scream 6 came out that she was not going to be in the movie, I was like, oh no, why is she not going to be in the movie? She's the face of the Scream franchise, and people weren't really into the new characters like Melissa Barrera's character and Jenna Ortega's character like that. And so they had fans, but like they wasn't Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott yet. They wasn't on that level. So people was wondering why is Sydney not going to be in the 6th movie. And it was a paying issue. She feels like she wasn't paid the right amount, and as being like the face of the franchise, it's like, just give her whatever she wants. Well, okay, not too far, but whatever, like, she, like, kind of, it's a decent amount of pay. That's how I feel about it. That's my opinion. And she feels like a lot of the guys, like, in their franchise and stuff, like, would have got the pay that they wanted. So if it was a decent amount of money, then I get what she's saying. If it was a lot of too much money, then I kind of get what the company is saying. But it was a big move, so that means Sydney was not gonna be in the 6th movie, and she was not in the movie, man. And it sucks to me. To me, it sucked. It kind of hurt. I was like, oh man, this 6th movie, I'm not really caring for it, man. So I was like, what's the 6th movie gonna be like? Scream 6. Now, this movie was good. It was actually a great Scream movie. They did a really good job. I thought in this movie, they finally made the newer characters feel more important. I liked them more. I was like, okay, this is like the new version of Sydney's crew from Scream 2 and Scream 3. I'm starting to get used to the characters. Because in the first movie, the background characters, I did not care about. Like the other high school kids, I did not care about. And I thought in this movie, they improved on that. And I thought Jenna Ortega's character was cool. And Melissa Barrera's character is cool, but they still are not like, Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott level. They're not on that level yet. I don't even know their characters' names. That's how bad it is. I don't know the characters' names from the newer movies. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe her name was Sam. One of them's name was Sam, but Yeah, they were good in the movie, really good in the movie, but not Sidney Prescott level. Cool, the way they wrote off Sidney in the movie was cool. Ghostface was scary in the movie. They did a really good job making Ghostface look scary, and this was the first time like Ghostface was in a public place and started killing people. That scene was cool in the gas station. I thought that was a cool scene too. The Scream 7 killer reveals, it was like all the other killer reveals. I thought it was cool. It was like they were related to the Richie from the fifth movie. They were related to him, and I thought it was like, oh no, they connected. They're connected, and they're the killers and stuff. I thought the scene was cool. I thought it was cool having multiple ghost faces there. It was sort of multiple ghost faces, but it wasn't like multiple ghost faces because they were working together when they took their ghost face mask off. So it kind of was multiple ghost face, but it wasn't. So yeah, I like Scream 6. I thought it was cool, and it's up there, one of the best Scream movies. Okay, after the success of Scream 6, I was like, okay, what's next? I'm into these new characters. I'm ready to see what they're going to do with these new characters. For the first time, it felt like, okay, maybe this franchise does not need Sidney Prescott anymore. These new characters were carrying, and I was ready to see what they do with the storyline with the new lead, Marissa Barrera's character, because she's like a killer, but she's also like a good guy, kind of. So yes, we was getting excited for it, and then we got heard the news that Melissa Barrera was fired from Scream. She was fired from Scream, and I was like, whoa, they fired her from Scream. And I kind of want to get into what she was fired for because I know it's a big thing. So I don't want to talk about it like that because I don't understand everything about it. But she was fired from Scream, and I was like, oh, we ain't gonna see her character anymore. We're not gonna see her character anymore. That sucks. That's a big hit to the Scream franchise. I thought they was just starting to get her character. They were starting to get to her storyline, and it was getting kind of exciting. But that ended up happening, and some people feel like she uh shouldn't have been fired. Some people felt like she should have been fired. Well, the company felt like she should have been fired. So yeah, it's a big thing, and yeah, I ain't gonna give my opinions on that, but yeah, Melissa Barrera got fired, and it was a big hit on the Scream movie. So I was wondering what was gonna happen next. I was like, is Jenna Ortega gonna take the lead for the Scream movies? Because at that moment, I was like, okay, they got Jenna Ortega. She's a very big star. Now she might take the lead because she's such a big star. Just because she's been killing it with Wednesday and all her stuff, I was thinking that could work. And she's the sister, so maybe they'll kill off Marissa Barrera's character and then just make Jenna Ortega the new lead of the movie. But then this ended up happening. Jenna Ortega leaves the Scream franchise. She left the Scream franchise. I was like, what? She left the Scream franchise? I was like, oh man, that sucks. That's a big blow because I was like, she could take the lead, but she left. It was sad. What I thought at first was it was she just got too big for Scream. And then the Melissa Barrera thing also kinda messed everything up. I'm pretty sure that was her friend, so that also, I just thought she was getting too big for Scream. I thought Scream was kind of like those low budget horror movies, and she wants to do like higher budget stuff like Wednesday and join MCU and stuff like that, do crazy stuff like that. So when I see she just left, I was thinking that was the reason she left, but then it came out it was about money, and I was like, well, should have paid her more. It kind of is still about like her being kind of too big for Scream. Pay her what she is. She is a star now. She is not the same Jenna Ortega she was when she first did the Scream movie. She's way bigger now. She's not Disney Jenna Ortega anymore. She is Hollywood Jenna Ortega. So yeah, big blow on the Scream franchise, and I was like, oh, ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. So now you lost Marissa Barrera and you lost Jenna Ortega. The sisters in the movie are now gone. So the new characters kind of failed. It failed. It was like the movies we just seen were like pointless. We have the fifth one was about them, the sixth one was about them. They were building a whole new group of characters, a new franchise or a new trilogy with these characters, but It didn't end up working out, so I just now we're gonna get into the fan base at this moment, at this time. Man, after Melissa Barrera leaving, it was kind of like, okay, maybe Jenna Ortega can do her thing. But then Jenna Ortega left. It was looking like, bro, the Scream franchise is dead. You part ways with Neve Campbell. You made her want to leave. Then Melissa Barrera, you fire her like quickly. You fire her immediately after like the stuff she put out. The Jenna Ortega, you couldn't get her to the right amount of money. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Who are the people running this that's just getting everybody to leave? Everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. And it's like, now the Scream franchise don't have nothing left. And it looked like it was just done. What are you going to force? A whole new cast of characters? Nobody want to see that. Nobody wants to see a whole new group of characters. You got to force to become good. And then y'all make y'all money and y'all just making movies just to like bring profits in for the company. I'm like, yo, I think I might be done with the Scream franchise. It looks like there's nothing else that could hook me in. There's nothing else you can do. You either bring back the people you just fired or you made mad, or you just don't make anything. Just take a break from the Scream franchise. No Scream 7. Y'all was on a good run, but y'all ruined it. Y'all ruined it. So I was just wondering what is going to go down. What are the choice are they gonna make? Are they gonna finally just give the people that they made mad what they want? And we eventually got our answer very quickly. Very quickly. They wasted no time. They was like, we have no time to be playing around with our money. We just gotta make a choice. So we ended up getting our choice. Okay, the Scream movie franchise, they ended up making a choice and they brought back Neve Campbell. I would assume that Neve Campbell got her money. She got what she wanted, and I am happy. Neve Campbell, she's the original lead of the Scream franchise. There was no reason for her to be gone in the first place. She should have been in every single movie, and now we did not get to see her in Scream 6 for nothing, and they ended up having to bring her back anyways. It's like, yo, but she's back now. I was excited. A lot of fans were excited. Now, this still doesn't make up for like everything. I still feel like it's forced. I feel like it is forced. It's like you had these new leads. Now you messed it up so bad that they're both gone, and you had the big Neve Campbell to come back. You had to get her to come back quickly, and it's just like, yo, that that that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. And Sydney should not have came back that way. It should have been a great return that was natural, not forced. So in this next movie, I'm just assuming we're gonna see a lot more of Neve Campbell and no new characters, no new characters. But that's the next part of the video. But I'm just happy Neve Campbell's back. My opinion, she's the face of it. This is probably my favorite outcome. Neve Campbell coming back and becoming the lead again. That was not supposed to happen, but I'm happy though. I am happy that she's back, and we get to see her husband character in the movie, not real life husband, but her husband in the movie. We can see her kids and stuff. It's like, yo, we get to see more of Sydney and her storyline with Ghostface, because Ghostface, is gonna try to go after Sydney again because he always tries. So let's get into this Scream thoughts. Okay, man, I've seen this conversation on the internet. Is Sydney going to be the lead of the next Scream movie, Scream 7? Yo, please have her be the lead. I am so sick of the OG cast of movies and franchises having to give up their spots for the new generation. I'm sick of it. I don't like it. It's forced. Luke, you got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man kind of had to give up his spot for Tom Holland. It's happening. It's like, I'm sick of these classic OG characters that still got a lot more to give, to keep giving it up to the new characters. I seen the new Jurassic Park movies, they brought back the older characters. It's like, stop doing that. Just let us get our new characters and let's see a full movie with those characters. I don't want to see little sprinkles of the old characters. I want a full movie with the old characters doing what we love. I want to see all of it. Give me a full piece of the nostalgia, not sprinkles of it. I don't want to see that. So, yeah, let's go on. Stu Macher, man. Stu should return in Scream 7. I think this is the missing piece. If you announce or reveal in a trailer that Stu and Sidney are going to be in the next movie, I'm okay. Scream is back. Scream is 100% back by that point. You brought back an OG villain, one of the best villains in the franchise, and you got Sidney about to battle him, and it's kind of sprinkles of Billy Loomis in there too. Great. So that would be classic. And I like how the actor that played Stu in the movie, now he's starting to get more of his props and credit and stuff for a lot of his stuff he did. So I think he might come back. I've been seeing him more. I know he wants to come back, and the fans want him to come back. I always thought he died in the first movie though, because a TV fell on his face. A TV fell on his face. I always thought he died, but it came out he was alive. He didn't really die. And yeah, he will be crazy. He has to be crazy when he comes back. I would love to see him come back as like just a crazy Ghostface killer. And then he has maybe somebody new with him. Maybe not a apprentice. I'm so tired of the next generation type characters, but somebody like an older adult with him. It ain't gotta be no young characters. I'm sick of seeing new young characters trying to take over a franchise. It's just so cringe and forced. So yes, Stu should return. I'm all in for it. Give us Stu versus Sidney. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. Okay, for the final part of the video, I just gonna say, man, Scream right now is just in a mixed spot right now. Fans, some people like Scream right now. Some people don't like Scream right now. I know people keep saying the director should change, everything should change, and Marissa Barrera getting fired, and then Jenna Ortega leaving, and Neve Campbell leaving, then coming back. Well, not coming. Yeah, I'll say she left. She left and then came back. It's just been such a crazy thing right now in the Scream franchise. I love Scream. I'm ready to see Scream 7. I don't think I can see it in the movie theater. I just cannot watch a horror movie in the theater. I don't know, man. I've never seen a horror movie in the theater, but I would just think it'd just be kind of goofy. I feel like I'm just forcing myself to be scared in the theater if I'm going there. It just, I feel like I prefer horror movies at home. I prefer horror movies at home. And that's what I did with Scream 6. I didn't go to the movies to see that movie. But yes, I'll be home when it comes out. I'll be excited. I'm ready to see Sidney come back. I hope she's the lead. What they should do is maybe do multiple ghost faces, and Stu is one of them. I know they've done sort of multiple ghost faces in movies, but it's always when they reveal themselves and they reveal they're working together and stuff. I want to see two ghost faces together at the same time, and you see them not with the Stu and Billy scene where you just think it's one ghost face. It's you see two of them and they just going ham on somebody. I want to see that with actual two ghost faces, and you know there's two from the very beginning. They're not just telling us that it's one, but then it comes out as two, and then you see the killer's face when you see it's three of them. Like the 6 movie, there was 3 of them, but we didn't get to see 3 of them just go ham. We seen them when they was taking a mask off and stuff, and it was just normal people. That's not scary. But they did have that one scene where they stabbed the dude multiple times in Scream 6, where they was wearing a ghost face mask. That's the type of stuff I want to see. Multiple ghost faces. That's scary. So yeah, man, there's just a lot they could do with Scream 7. I'm excited for it. I know people have been saying they might have it in the snow, like a snow thing for Scream 7. That would be pretty cool. And this could be the darkest movies, because now this deals with Sidney's kids and husband and stuff. This can get real dark. And Sidney hasn't had any tragedies in a long time. So seeing maybe her husband die, not a kid, her kids ain't dying. That is just going too far. But her husband dying and stuff, and we seen him in Scream 3, because I think they say she got with him at the end. But seeing him die in Scream 7 would just be pretty sad, and seeing Sidney once again have to kill Ghostface would be pretty cool. So tell me how y'all feel about it. the Scream franchise is in a really tough spot. Do you like Scream right now, or are you just mad at Scream for all this chaos? But peace out, y'all. Anime Boom out. Peace.